Thanks for this great movie. I loved it. I'd like to know, there is some kind of audio point of view, if I can say that.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know, how did you choose to to um, to let us hear some of the stuff and not and why are we sometimes in Riz head and sometimes are we outside? How did you choose that?
Well, that's an awesome question.
Thank you.
The you know, the film language is all about the cut. And the power of a cut is remarkable. That 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. When you add two images or when you splice film together, it can become much more than the sum of its parts. And this movie deals with that, as every film does, but then it deals with it with omniscient and diegetic sound as well, like you're saying, a point of hearing. So a point of hearing, if we didn't have the cut, would be so much less than if we do. Because what we're actually able to do, and I'm very moved by transcendental cinema throughout history, that really asks us to engage in a moment that is surprising because it's about our body. You can't achieve that without the cut. You can't achieve that without that dance between omniscience and that diegetic inner sound. It wouldn't exist if they were either or. Most films don't deal with the perspective, so you never get into that meditation, right? You never get into it. You couldn't possibly do this film without it and then have the same ending and feel it. You have to earn that ending because you have to understand the language. So coming to that language, how much is too much? What is going to challenge the audience in a way they haven't necessarily been challenged? What's the bravest cut without it being impossible? That was a wonderful dance in the movie. And that was a really phenomenal and intoxicating creative experience that I engaged with Nicolas. At one point while I was editing with Mikkel in Copenhagen, I came to France to work with Nicolas with my own editing system, just so that we could really push the boundaries, because we had to do sound design at the same time as I was cutting picture. You know, you have to in this movie. What a phenomenal creative experience to push those boundaries. And it wouldn't work if there weren't the contrast.